There are many times when you're working with Microsoft Excel and you ask yourself, what would happen if one of the variables changed? One common way of solving the problem is to create a formula and then copy it and paste it over and over and over again. But I'd like to show you a very quick way to do that that's a lot faster, a lot simpler. We have on the screen a loan payment. We're borrowing $50,000 in cell B1. The annual interest is 4.45%. The payment period is a month, and it's a 3-year loan, so we put in 36 in column B4. And then I calculated the payment amount for each payment in cell B6, which you see reflected in cell F6, and the total payments for the duration of the loan, assuming everything is static, and cell B7 copied, the formula is in F7. And then we have the total interest over the life of the loan in B8, and that's also in cell F8. So you can see the formula without clicking on the cell. Let's assume that we're going to borrow the same amount of money, but we want to see what happens if we have different interest rates. That's what the first table with the yellow bar is all about. What I did was I copied these cells, B6, 7, and 8, into 12, 13, and 14. I also did that down here. We'll look at that in a moment. And then I said, what will happen if on the same loan for the same amount borrowed, we have different percentages? Let me show you a very quick way that Microsoft Excel calculates that. It's called a one-way data table. So I have these numbers on the left of my table. I copied them here because they needed to be adjacent to these other cells. So I will click in the empty cell in B11. I'll click here and I will highlight this whole area from cell B11 to I14. So now I've selected this range of cells. And then I will click on Data and move in my ribbon to the What If analysis under Forecast. And then I'll choose the third item down, which is Data Table. Now it wants a row input and a column input. I'm using a one-way data table, so all I want is the row, because the row is the row with the different percentages. So I click back up here in my master formula here to my percentage in cell B2. It inserts it with an absolute value, inserts the dollar signs in my data table, and then all I do is click OK. And immediately it gives me an analysis for all these different percentages. Another nice thing I can do, I can go ahead and change a percent. Maybe this is 8.125%, and it will change the number for that particular column. And so I can play with my percentages all I want, and that's how easy it is. Let's assume now I have the same interest rate, which was calculated up here, but I want a changing loan amount. Okay, so right now I'm borrowing $50,000. What if I want to borrow a different amount? I'll do the same procedure. I'll click above here in this blank cell, click over and down, and so I have this range of cells selected. I'll do my what if analysis again. I'll do my data table. And I'll row input now, it's the variable will not be the interest rate, it will be the loan amount. So I click on cell B1 and it inserts it here, and I click on OK. And here I have the numbers. I don't have them formatted yet, so we'll format them. Go back to my home and we'll do currency with no zeros, no decimals. And there is my numbers for borrowing the different amounts of money, the payment amount over that duration, total payments, and total interest. I could also create another one if I vary the length of the loan. And there's a two-way data table that will even allow you to do more things. But this is a beginning at looking at a simple way of doing a what if in Microsoft Excel.